What's going on, everybody? It's T Reaper and I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 and what I thought of this actual amazing, very long, very enjoyable game. And it is from Rockstar. Yay, Rockstar. The kings of the gaming world that never cease to do wrong. Although I do gotta say, considering that I put 60 hours and 20 minutes into this game to beat it, I had a lot of fun and some wow moments, some like WTF moments, and some like rinse and repeat, die over and over again moments. And it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it immensely. Sorry it's been taking me so long to do this review. I've been very busy, so I have had to have time to myself, and I don't get a lot of that these days, so I can never have a chance to record anymore. But so Red Dead. So I'm gonna assume everybody's played the original, and if you haven't, then this might be a little bit spoilerish, so I apologize. But so for last Red Dead Redemption, you were playing as John Marston, who basically got taken in by the government to basically hunt down his old gang, and basically led to his death. And then years later, his son Jack grew up and basically avenged him, so on and so forth. This takes place roughly, I'd say it takes place a good 10 years before the first one, and at least up to the lead up to where the epilogue ends in Red Dead Redemption 2. So, but in this time, you're playing, in the heart of the Dutch Vanderlyn gang, and you play as Arthur Morgan at first, and who is Dutch's right-hand man, who's also best friends with John Marston, coincidentally, and his wife, and their kid. And you get to see a lot of John in this game, a decent amount of side quests, all have to do with John, And without spoiling anything, it just, eventually just, you get to play as John, but it's just kind of funny. And this game, for everything that say, it was beautiful. I played it on my 1X, and I gotta say, Rockstar outdid themselves, and I enjoyed it. The story just follows, the time of when the Dutch Vanderlyn gang was just breaking apart, and it just shows how it all unravels, to the end. And throughout the game, 60 hours plus, you learn, what becomes of everybody that you separated with, and some people live and then some people die, but at the end of it, it's an actual really good game. And now I know the one speculation and the one issue that everybody has with this game is that it's slow. I understand that argument and I understand that annoyance, but at the same time, it is a Red Dead Redemption Rockstar game. You're meant to go from point to point to point. But then at the same time, I agree with the people that say it's slow, because when I was going from point to point to point and getting objectives done, I legitimately had to wait a decent amount of time for it to refresh to give me the next set of quests. So there was a decent amount of waiting, and that was kind of irritating. I don't like that. I like to be able to go from point to point to point to point to point to point to point and then be done. But I don't like to go to point to point to point, wait 5 minutes, then your quest refreshes, then you go to your quest. And the fast travel was extremely limited in this game, which annoyed the living crap out of me. I did enjoy the bank heists, the train heists, and my favorite part of this game has to be towards the end, where it's like, do you have my back always, Dutch? That's my favorite part of that entire game right there, is that scene. And then my favorite part to play was the epilogue. I had a lot of fun doing that, and that was a decent 3 extra hours added on to my already finished time. But I can understand why this gets perfect 10s. Game of the Year material, we'll wait and see. But, would I prefer this over God of War? Absolutely, because I think this had a better story. But that's just what I personally think. Now, there it is. I have some speculations to go over because again, this game is not perfect in my opinion. The one thing that I noticed from the first one was that the gunplay was extremely more annoying to use, with the aim in, the dead eye, and how you always had to refill the dead eye, and you know the health system in this is wacky as all hell. You have to keep refilling your health. It was just like insane. But that's because back in the old days when the first one came out, there was cheat codes, and you know, and then in this day and age, if you use cheat codes, you can't you can't get achievements. So I was like, I'll do it with the achievements and make it harder on myself. Maybe I'll go back through cheat codes and see how fun it is. But yeah, the controls a little wacky, but I thought it was actually pretty well solidly made, and I didn't have an issue. Now I want to see what the online looks like. That's actually what I personally want to see. That's not coming out for a little while, but I want to see what Red Dead Online looks like because that's going to be kind of interesting to find out and how that's going to work. But we'll wait and see. But yeah, that was the only situation was the controls, but the story was dope. But yes, a little slow, but at the same time, it's meant to because that's how the story is meant to be told and how it's written. But at the same time, they could have sped it up in some places. And in certain spots, I noticed that you could work around what you were doing, as long as you stayed to the objective, which was kind of cool. What I did is I just constantly filled up on Deadeye, and I just legitly just wrecked everybody with it. Just had to make sure I had a lot of bottles of Deadeye. But overall, yeah, the game's about 60 plus hours long. And that's if you just go from objective to objective. I'm not counting side stuff or anything like that. I'm just saying a main was like 60 plus hours. I took 3 sleep breaks and 8 smoke breaks. This was a long, good job, Rockstar, because you had me going there. But overall, I had fun. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. I will be doing more videos. I am currently just getting time to myself, so I might do a Black Ops 4 montage. I know I've been waiting to do that, but I just haven't had the clips to do it. So close to having those clips. But this is my Red Dead 2 review. Hope you all enjoyed, and this is Reaper, and I'm out. Pieces.